So what's happening here? The count is increasing, but this component is not getting refreshed, I guess, right? Here's the thing. In order for a component to refresh, we have to change two things, right? We either have to change the prop of the component, or we have to change the state of the component, right? Now what do these mean, right? It is very confusing, I know, but bear with me for some time. When we get done with this tutorial, you will easily understand what's a prop, what's a state, and all that stuff, right? Okay, so let's do one thing. First of all, let's just add a console log of counter here, okay, and let's remove the console log counter from here, and let's see if this counter is getting refreshed or not. Okay, refresh plus, it is not, but for the first time it gave us a console log of 0. Let's add a count here in order to make this clear. Okay, let's refresh and we get count of 0, and then nothing is happening here. So that means the component is not refreshing. But what exactly is happening here? Let's just understand that. When the app starts, right, it comes here, and then essentially it goes to this app component. Okay, essentially it goes to this app file. Okay, and in this file it gets rendered line by line. Okay, import React from React is happening, then there is some function called as const app, and it is being exported here. Now this exported function is basically this particular app component here, or app file here. Okay, now we get inside this function, we see let counter equal to 0, console log count gives me a counter. Okay, and then that is being printed here, and then we can see that we have all this HTML being printed on this page. Okay, so this is called as rendering on the page. Okay, now essentially what happens is a component renders once, right? Now in order to change some data inside that component, what we have to do, we have to make sure that data inside this component changes, and then because of that change the component refreshes or component re-renders itself, right? Now the component does not know when to re-render, right? A component can never know that, right? Because it's not some sort of an artificial intelligence, something like that, right? We have to make sure to let the component know when to re-render. Now in order to do that, we have to either change the prop of the component or the state, right? That is the first thing that I told you. Let's forget about the props right now. Let's just think about state. What is state? State is the data of the component, and what is the data of the component right now? The counter, right? So what I'm trying to say is, in order to refresh this component, or in order to re-render, remember the word re-render this component, we have to make sure this counter lies inside something called as a state, right? Now how to do that? Okay, let's see. What we do is we put a comma here and we import something called as a useState hook from React. Okay, now what this hook does is, this hook gives me two things. First of all, let's just do this const array, and let's do a useState. Okay, here. Okay, yeah. Let's see the definition. Undefined React dispatch, undefined. Okay, cool. So essentially what is happening here is, this useState first of all takes an initial value. So the initial value of the counter should be what? 0, and then it gives me two things. First is the count, and then is the set count. So the first thing is the current value of this variable, right, or current value of the data that we have, and second is a function to set it to new data. Okay, why have React done this instead of doing something like this? Because essentially what we are doing here is we are mutating the data, we are changing the data, which React doesn't like. React likes immutability. Okay, so to make it immutable, what will happen is we'll pass this +1 to set count. Okay, Set count will give me a completely new object inside count or completely new data inside count, right? And then because we have this completely new data, our component will re-render, whereas here this counter was not getting incremented as we saw with the console log here. Okay, let's just add a semicolon, let's remove this, let's do count here and let's do count here, right? Let's first see whether this is working or not, whether this count is coming or not, and let's add let's do 10 here. Okay, so the count right now should be 10. Okay, the count is 10. Wonderful. Now let's just see if this was working or not. Let's refresh first. Yeah, it's still not working. Assignment to a constant variable. Cool. Because the count is a constant variable, so we cannot assign it to that. But here's the trick. What did I tell you? We have to use the set count function, right? What we can do is we can do set count and we can just pass the data. Let's just pass 2 here right now. Okay, and let's come here, let's refresh. If we click, oh my god, what did we see? When we did a set count of 2, it made the count as 2. Now let's console log this count, console.log. Let's do new count, comma count. Okay, so this is giving me a new count of 2 again and again. Okay, let's refresh. New count of 2, new count of 2, done. Cool. Understanding this a bit, right? Now in order to create a proper counter, what we can do is instead of 2 we can do count plus 1. Works, right? Let's refresh. Okay, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's working. Finally it's working. Everything is getting updated, right? Now we have to make sure that these work as well, right? So what we can do is instead of console log here, we can do set count of, because we are decrementing, what we can do, count minus 1, and here what we can do, this is the reset function, right? We can do set count of 0. Correct? Let's see. Okay, yeah, new count is 0, then minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 plus blah blah blah. Cool. So this works, reset works, minus 1 plus 1. Yeah, everything is working. The functionality of our app is officially done. But this is not how the way we write React code. Okay, we have to understand a lot of things here, right? First of all, we did understand what is a state. A state is something where we keep the data which we have to change. Okay, what were the other things that we needed to learn? Immutability. A state will give me an immutable data, right? So what happens is the count variable, we cannot mutate that, right? So we pass it to set count. What set count does is set count gives us another data which is a completely new data which comes into count now. So in essence it is not getting mutated, as in it does not happen like something like plus equals to 1. What it does is count equals to 1, right? Or what I'm trying to say is we cannot directly mutate this data. It gives me some data that is a new version of the incoming data. Okay, if you are getting confused, just forget about everything. Use state never mutates data, never changes data, it gives me new data, right? This is what immutability is. And why do we need a state? We need a state to keep data that will be used or that will be changed at some point of time in our application. Okay, so let's just stop here, let's take a breather and we'll be back understanding everything else.